And a happy Monday. This is Pastor Joel, Prowler Nation. So excited to be with you. I apologize about last week. I was on a family vacation and Preston was so kind just to let you guys know that I was out of pocket. So today is episode 33. Yesterday was Father's Day. So I want to take just a few moments to talk about the emphasis and the role of a dad. So this is not as much to the athlete as it is to the dad of the athlete. This morning, I dropped my daughter off at a flag football camp at Westminster Christian Academy. While I was there, I looked across the field and our son Zeke is helping to coach football while he is here for the summer. And I began to sort of contrast that as a dad looking at my almost 12-year-old little girl going to flag football camp and then watching my son help coach the high school football team there at Westminster. You know, to be a dad of an athlete is to be able to relive some of your own memories, to vicariously live through our sons and our daughters as they play sports, as they grow up, as they excel, as they experience the wins and losses that we did as a dad. I've been really thinking about the past lately as it relates to when I was in high school. We're planning our 44th class reunion from the class of 1982 at West Limestone High School. And that conjures up a lot of memories of football practices and baseball practices and all of the things that come with being a former student athlete many years ago, which is so different than it is today. But with that said, if you're a dad watching today, or if you're an athlete, you may want to get this in front of your dad to encourage your pop, okay? I'm going to take the word dad, D-A-D, and I'm going to bring you 3 quick points. Number 1, a dad is devoted. I know that for my dad, who passed away about 15 months ago, yesterday was a bittersweet day, but I remembered the good things. I remember that he was devoted to my sister and I. He was devoted to my mom. He was devoted later on in his life to the things of God, which made his death and subsequent burial and the memorial service that I preached for him a whole lot easier. And so, dads, I want to encourage you to remain devoted. I know that many of you are already devoted, but maybe take it up a notch in understanding the vital importance that you are to your student athletes. So number 1, a dad is devoted. The letter A is available. One of the things that my son Zeke brought up yesterday, he and I sort of team talked from the pulpit here at Cross Point in Madison, Alabama, was that I strive to make myself available. Not perfection, but I strive to make myself available to my wife and to my children and to my family at large. Dad, if you have a student athlete, you're going to need to be available. There's going to be things that are going to be asked of you from the school or from the travel team and that type of thing. And, just being a dad of an athlete, you got to be available. And that means available to give advice, available to, write the check. Available is so very important. And then lastly, devoted, available, the letter D, dependable. Can your kids depend on you? Can your wife depend on you? Can your husband depend on you? If I'm speaking to a woman of God that's a mom, or you're a single mom and you're helping to try to raise this student athlete, let me tell you, being devoted, being available, and being dependable as a man of God, as a dad, is so vital, so important to your student athlete. And again, my dad did not go to church with our family when he was a younger man and when we were children, but my dad got saved later on, which made, again, the stroke and everything that we walked through so much easier. But with all that said, the most important decision that you can ever share as a dad to your children, to your spouse, is that they know that you're saved. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. That if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So, Dad, thank you for all that you've done in the past, what you're doing right now, but even more important, what you're going to do in the days ahead. Devoted, available, dependable. God bless you guys. We'll see you next week.